Greetings, Inquisitor. Welcome to the Holocron. This is the Week 76 update for the Darth Loquitur account. I update this account's progress every week, go through all the character development, talk about plans for the future. You can follow along, ask any questions that you have in the comments down below, and I'll be happy to get back with you and answer any questions you might have. With that, let's get into it, see what happened in the account this week. We had planned for a relic on the Clone Sergeant for week 76, so this is good. According to plan, we're going to go ahead and get this relic. Needs to go up to relic 5, so we're going to go ahead and add those relic levels in here. I actually had to stop for a second and check because I couldn't remember if this was a relic 5 or a relic 3. So in the end, we do have to go to relic 5. So there we go. We'll get that. And that'll get us the quest completion on Kenobi. And we're going to get a second relic this week. Cody. I was almost done with the Clone Sergeant. We finished out the Clone Sergeant and also got all the way through Cody's gear. First time in the Loquitur account's history that we're going to develop 2 relics in the same week. We'll talk a little bit about how that all came together. But here we go. Relic Cody. That means the only relic that we have left to go is BoKatan, and she is ready to go to gear 12 this week. So we'll take her to gear 12. We've got some gear pieces ready to go. We're going to lock those down. I was hoping to find that her gear was in good shape and maybe we could do a 1-week cycle on her. We need some parts over here. But we need 2 of the Mark 12 HoloLens. So because we need 2 of the same part, it's going to be hard for us to develop those in 1 week. So I don't know if we'll get her in week 77, but probably early in week 78, we'll have BoKatan to Relic. That'll be the last one, and we'll be able to get that going. We've been talking about Jolie Bindo in some of the grand arenas. Having him be a little more sturdy is going to help my Jedi Knight Revan team be able to fight a little more difficult stuff than he can right now. Same thing with Hermit Yoda. He's just a little too squishy. He dies in 1 hit if he comes out of stealth. So we're going to put a couple gear tiers on him. Get him up to gear 10 just so he can survive a bump when we're trying to play him in Grand Arena. That used up most of our premium gear, however, and when we're looking at the rest of these characters, all the green pluses have gone away, and with those 2 characters being worked on, there's not going to be a whole lot else for us. Going over here to ships, we're going to finish out the Xanadu Blood here to 85. Take up the skills. We're going to want all these skills all the way eventually if we're going to build Executor someday. So we're going to go ahead, take these skills up to level 7, take his passive up to level 8. And the character's already relicked, so even though the ship doesn't have a lot of stars, it's only a 4-star ship, it's still something that now we can use as a reinforcement. We're going to go ahead and put the extra levels into the reinforcement ability there. And again, with pilotless ships, that's just to make sure that we get the last of those stats. We're going to come in here and get Biggs X-Wing going, and then we're going to start up Biggs himself, put the skills on, put some mods on him, and we'll get ourselves a X-Wing that we can throw in somewhere as a reinforcement, or potentially use on defense to fill a slot, just so that we don't give our opponents any more free points and fill those slots and make them beat the ships. So that's it. Really, 2 relics, and beyond that, not a whole lot more progress. Just some stuff on Revan, Bindo, and then starting up another ship. All right, so week 76, we're up to 3.31 million galactic power. We added another 50,000. Again, every time we add a ship, that adds a lot of galactic power. 32 relics. We jumped from 30 to 32 in 1 week, so that's fantastic. 43 Zetas, Squad Arena. We still got C and Watt that can get us in the top 100. We got the Negotiator in the top 5. And the project will be to finish out that BoKatan week 78 and get that JMK started. Excited for that. Energy, same plan as we've had. Vulture Droid, Hyena Bomber, BTLB, Y-Wing, the IG-2000, Xanadu Blood. All that stuff's for the Executor journey. Then we got Cara Dune, IG-11, also for the Beskar Armor Mando journey to get the Executor going. In Fleet, we're working on Karth a little bit. Cantina, Signal Data, mods. Still working on offense mods for Dark Trooper and other characters. Refresh strategy is the same as it's been. Prestige at least 3 a week. In the Fleet Store, Razor Crest. We're building the cargo ships, which is basically the Phantom and the Ghost. Try to do more events. Getting some First Order stuff out of there. Everything else is going to the Shard Shop. So double relics in 1 week. How did this all come together? So basically, for anybody who's also watched my farming guide, you'll know that I propose spending all of your Conquest currency on gear to take characters from Gear 12 to Gear 13. So that's what I did. I knew that Conquest was coming up, so I was stopping some of the farms on Clone Sergeant's gear short at like 30 or 40 shards, knowing that when Conquest started up, I'd be able to get to that shop and buy the last 10 to 20 of these various shards. So once Conquest got going and I got some progress, I made purchases out of Conquest that fit the Clone Sergeant, finished him out. I made purchases that fit the Cody's needed items, and it just came together in a way that I was able to do one after the other in the same week with some smart Conquest purchases. So there's no magic to it. It was just me spending a whole bunch of Conquest currency on those pieces. But good acceleration. 2 relics in 1 week puts us very close, a couple weeks out from getting that JMK going. And whenever we get BoKatan, I won't wait until Grand Arena lock-in, for example. I'll relic the BoKatan as soon as I can possibly relic her so that I can get the Galactic Legend tokens under farm as soon as I can. So that'll happen, I think, during week 78. We're doing a restructure, trying to develop more teams, trying to get a bigger footprint that might help us when we get to KYBER, assuming that it looks like we're going to be able to climb into KYBER, so we might as well plan for it. I did invest in Bindo and Hoda. There really wasn't much left over. I built Biggs in the X-Wing just to fill a spot somewhere. After the Executor, I do plan to go on the Jedi Master Luke journey for this account, so I'll need Biggs in his X-Wing and all that stuff, so it's built with a purpose for the future. No significant progress on Night Sisters or Resistance teams this week. Still kind of waiting on those. But that's not so bad because my mod situation is a bit, I'm still trying to farm up for Dark Trooper and getting 2 Trooper teams going under Iden as well as the Veers lead team. So my mods are going to those teams, and I don't really have the mods to go in these other teams yet anyway, so slowing down the development a little bit doesn't hurt us too much, waiting on mods. That wraps up the account progress for this week. If anybody hasn't subscribed to the channel already so you can see more videos like this in the future, please do that. Helps me, helps the channel, alerts you when there's more like this on the channel for you to watch. Join us over on the Discord. There's a great Discord community at the Loquitur Holocrons. Everybody who's over there says it's one of the best Discords that's out there for Swigo. Good group of people, newer players asking questions, experienced players talking them through things. There's an Ask Loquitur channel. You can ask me questions specifically, and when I get time, I get in there and answer those pretty regularly. So come on over and join us. I hope you do. Anybody who hasn't hit the like button, please do that on the way out the door. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next Holocron.